Does anybody here do sales tax? Have to do sales tax? Does your point of sale handle the sales tax? You don't ever have to do sales tax adjustments in QuickBooks, do you?
No, after I enter it as income.
You enter the sales tax as income?
Yeah, I receive it as income, and then I pay it out as an expense.
Okay, and that's a fine way to handle it too. In QuickBooks, if you're doing invoices and you have sales tax on it, sorry about that. You know, when you do a sales tax return, you get like a $10 discount if it's less than $2,000 that you're paying in, or you get, you know, whatever. So in QuickBooks, you would have to adjust that. So if you were going to go in, you know, because the sales tax would show the wrong amount then, so you actually have to adjust that. I actually have sales tax turned off because we're dealing with food. Not very many people have to deal with sales tax in your industry. So if I turn this back on, so if you need to turn sales tax on, it's under the preferences. You gotta have a vendor. So now I have my sales tax here. I can adjust my sales tax right through this screen. So I picked the Department of Revenue, Wisconsin. And then the adjustment account. And then I can put in my discount. And then that will adjust it to the amount. So you're going to adjust, sometimes there's pennies that are different as well, so you can adjust it to the amount.
I was wondering if you could go back to the sales tax briefly. Someone had a couple questions.
Yep.
One is, how would you go about calculating sales tax backwards? So saying that
She has the sales tax collected.
right, like there's a price. Like I'm charging $625 for this, and she's in Illinois. So you know, you say when you're filing your taxes, like this is how much I sold, and then figuring out how much of that should be sales tax.
Mm-hmm.
You have your sales number.
Right, that includes tax.
That includes tax, but they use QuickBooks to figure out how much of it is actually tax.
No, we use Excel.
I mean, I guess the question is how.
How do you do it, and what's the formula? Okay. So you're going to put me on the spot. And I think all I can share is the QuickBooks, right? I can't share anything else on my desktop.
I don't think so.
No, all I'm sharing is QuickBooks. So how about this? How about for that specific question, you get her email address and we'll email her.
Okay. And I guess the second question was, sounds like it might be simpler. In Illinois, she's saying that if you pay your sales tax early,
Yep.
the state gives you a discount.
Yep.
And how to account for that discount in QuickBooks. So, you know, you've been...
Yep. That's what we did. Maybe we didn't...
But it's...
Right. And so what we do there is under... I think I turned my sales tax off on here. Let me turn my sales tax back on because I had turned it off. Okay, so that's what we did under the adjust sales tax due. So that's under vendors, sales tax, adjust sales tax due. So you're going to want to make your adjustment date the end of the period that your sales tax is for. Otherwise, the adjustment's not going to show up. You're going to pick your vendor. In case it's Wisconsin Department of Revenue. And the adjustment that we use for the discount is other income or miscellaneous income, whatever one is set up, because that's actually tracked as income to you, that discount that they give you. And we want to reduce the sales. And in Wisconsin, we get a $10 discount if you're paying less than $2,000. So I'm going to put the $10 in there, and then I can hit OK. And that's going to reduce my sales tax if I'm using the sales tax feature in QuickBooks. So if she's only doing invoicing, then that'll work that way. If she's not doing invoicing and she needs to do it, then that journal entry comes back again. So that journal entry would be sales tax payable, and we want to reduce it. So it's going to be a debit. We have to put a name in if we're going to use that payable account. You can't use the sales tax payable without putting the name over here. So you just want the name of the vendor. And then we can put in the miscellaneous income over here. And save and close it. And that'll do the same thing as that other item, that other thing that we just did.
Okay. And then going back